All right, you got anything on your list?
I have no list.
Oh, I got a list.
I was busy this week.
I have no list.
I mean, what are you trying to say? If you have a list, you're not busy?
No. I was busy. I was I didn't focus on anything outside of job search.
Yeah, but you still had a list. You still had the things. You had stuff that happened.
No.
No stuff happened?
No, I was in the basement. I was on a computer or an iPad
But
or
stuff
a phone
happened.
working. I talked about the stuff that happened.
All right, so I got a hard question for you. What have you been watching?
Glow Up Season 2.
What the what? What is that?
It's a British makeup artist show.
Okay, so it's wait, is it makeup and artist or makeup artist
Makeup
show?
artist competition.
Okay, and British.
Yeah.
So two reasons not for me not to watch that show.
I didn't say you should watch it.
What else you been watching?
Aaron and I were gonna watch what was the Dragonheart something or other this week, and found out we couldn't watch it.
Dragonheart Vengeance, I think it's called.
We couldn't watch it because apparently that's the 5th one in the series, and we've
Yeah.
only seen the first one. So we stopped and
I don't understand.
Dragonheart.
Fifth one in the series
Remember
of
Dragonheart.
with Sean Connery, Sir Sean Connery.
Yeah,
Yes.
as the dragon.
The one that was on Corridor.
Yeah, there's Sean
Yeah.
Connery.
Apparently,
that
this
one.
is the 5th one. It's on Netflix right now, and we didn't.
Do they have the rest of them?
No.
Oh,
So we couldn't watch it.
Because I was like, wait a minute, Dragonheart. And I recognized the logo.
Yeah,
Of
I
the
recognized
movie.
it too. I thought it was just the second one. No. This
And
one.
then I looked it up on IMDb, and it came out recently. Came out in 2020.
Yeah,
was it like a direct-to-video
I have no idea.
kind of deal?
I'm sure that it was.
Maybe, I don't know.
But it looked like it was gonna be good.
Oh,
Oh,
there was a thing on YouTube about the New Mutants, because apparently it's in theaters.
what?
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
No.
that's what came up on my YouTube. Is like the New Mutants is now in theaters. It's like, what theaters?
no.
Yes, it's
No.
out. It's out
No.
now. Yes, it's out.
No.
Yes, I just saw that
now
yesterday.
playing in theaters.
It's out. But then
What-
they
what?
had a thing come up where
Oh, wait, that's
It
the
was-
one that has the young girl from Game of Thrones
Yes,
and
and
the
the-
guy from Stranger,
Stranger
Things.
Things, yes.
Okay,
Jonathan. There was a thing that came up on Netflix where it was all the main characters, and they're like, we're gonna tell you the movie in 30 seconds. And it's like, what the frick is wrong with you? You just don't want people to watch your movie now? Like, this is a reason for you not to watch the movie. And then as soon as they finished saying it, I immediately skipped before they even got to any explanation. It was like, ooh, what is wrong with you?
Well, Forbes says New Mutants is the worst X-Men movie ever, and New York Times
Yeah, no, who
says
cares what Forbes says about movies?
the New York Times says the New Mutants review. Maybe all the cool superpowers were taken.
Yeah, but
I don't think
whatever.
that matters.
I mean, once
Whatever.
you get to a
Okay.
certain point in Marvel
Yes,
or
but-
DC, it's like, okay, they started running out of ideas, like Squirrel Girl.
What does Rotten Tomatoes mean? What does the percentage in Rotten Tomatoes mean? High is good.
High is good.
Low is
Low is
bad. Right now they're at 24% in Rotten Tomatoes.
Whatever. You can't really say that. Okay,
But those are reviews of regular people.
after the,
IMDb is 5.9 out of 10.
after the first 3 X-Men
They got
movies,
F.
all of them suck.
Yes, but this is supposed to feed into the MCU. This is supposed to be part of that.
Okay,
Well, it shouldn't be all that bad.
but I think it's the fact that it's X-Men. Whatever
I don't
they've
think
done
that's
to
I
X-Men.
don't think that's it. I think
Because First Class wasn't great.
but I don't think that's why. I think they're trying to bring in the mutants into the MCU and using many different ways of bringing them in. And they have ways of or at least pathways in well-known characters to bring in mutants in because they've already come into their storylines in some way, shape, or form in the past in the comic book. So they have pathways for them to come in. This is just the first one of that. So might seem today like, oh, this is no good, but it might be setting up all this other stuff to come, because mutants need to be brought into and
just like the Fantastic Four.
Right.
How are they gonna do
right,
that?
Exactly. They've got to somehow keep bringing these characters in so that then they can play a big role in some event.
I think with the Fantastic Four, they need to pull a Spider-Man Homecoming and don't redo the origin story at all.
Yeah, I don't know if that's necessary.
Because, I mean...
But, you know, there's...
It's not interesting.
I think the problem is, because the comics have had multiple origin stories...
Yeah, but something's always
but why
different.
why can't they just make, like, for the Fantastic Four, where you've seen their origin story at least twice now, why not just make their origin just a set of flashbacks that go by really, really fast? Like, we don't need to see it, we just need to be reminded, like, which one are you talking about for this group that we're now seeing? That's it.
Because in Marvel, they...
Alright, I'll be back.
In Marvel, they have different timelines. And DC has different worlds. They have different Earths. But Marvel, they have the main timeline, which is, I think, is the 616 timeline. I don't know what their numbers mean. There's a bunch of different numbers. Okay. But DC has, like, Earth 1, Earth 2, Earth Prime Earth, which is weird because they have an Earth 1. And Earth Prime is our Earth, where none of the superheroes exist and only the media and stuff exists. All the comic books, that's where, because all the rest of them, the comic books don't exist.
Okay.
So Marvel has timelines, and they'll have, like, some event that'll be in the main timeline, and something will happen, and it'll split off, and that will become a whole new series unto itself. So you've got the like if you tried to do Spider-Man, you just tried to do that with Spider-Man, it's a ridiculous amount of ways you could go with that, because you've got Spider-Man, Peter Parker, then Mary Jane becomes Spider-Man at some point, then their daughter, and then you've got a different Spider-Man that instead of Mary Jane, he's got Gwen Stacy, and she becomes Spider-Gwen. It's ridiculous. And that happens with almost every Marvel character.
No.
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
Just like Thor. Like, Thor doesn't get... The reason Stormbreaker is made is not because of Thor.
Okay.
Do you remember in Thor Ragnarok, where you have that big building that had all the heads on it?
Yep.
Remember the one that's sort of like a skeletal horse-looking head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That character, I forget his name, that character in the comic books wants to wield Mjolnir. But to do that, he has to beat Thor. And he does. But he doesn't kill Thor because he just wanted Mjolnir. So then he goes to Odin and says, I don't want to kill Thor, I just want the power. So then Odin goes and makes Stormbreaker for that character. So Thor never had Stormbreaker. And it's not an axe. It's more of a hammer with sort of a small axe blade on the back.
Like a hatchet?
Kind of, yeah. Like if Mjolnir had a hatchet on the back. It's that size. It's not a big axe like in the movie. So yeah, and there you've got all the weird ones like Cosmic Ghost Rider goes back in time and kidnaps baby Thanos and raises him as his son. And then Thanos becomes the Punisher and takes over the planet.
Okay, this is too nerdy for me. I can't.
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch like that. And then you've got all the major teams like the X-Men and the Avengers, where it's the young Avengers or the new Avengers, so then it's the children or the successors to So all their origins keep getting redone with different names. Like if you went, like I said, Spider-Man's one of the biggest ones, because if you just go down the list of all the people that have had the mantle of Spider-Man, it's ridiculous. And some of them are Peter Parker 3 and 4 times.
Okay.
And they're all slightly different in some way.
So like the Spider-Verse.
Yes. Yes. But a lot of them are in the main timeline. Like Miles Morales. The only way Miles Morales becomes Spider-Man is Peter Parker has to die.
Got you.
Kill them all.
So there's too many possibilities for how they bring in different characters and teams and all that jam.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
See, Deadpool's already had mutants.
I've never
Right.
seen Deadpool.
Deadpool's in a weird space. You should watch it. You'd love it.
Oh yeah, it's your kind of humor,
oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh yeah.
The little baby leg thing. Oh,
God, baby legs. Not the baby legs.
I like really super ridiculous.
Yes, you would.
Ridiculous
It
and
is.
crude
It is
and-
totally your
Oh
jam.
yeah. You should
When
definitely
it comes
watch
to
them.
humor and that character, oh man. Yeah. That's all you.
Deadpool's in a weird space where he's not fully integrated with the other X-Men movies, and he's not
in the MCU.
He's not in the MCU. He's just in
He's
this
the
weird
only
negative-
R-rated.
Yeah, except for Logan.
Is Logan R-rated?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen that either. I stopped watching the X-Men one after.
First Class.
You didn't watch Wolverine
I watched
Origins?
Wolverine Origins.
That's not before. That's not after Future, or not after First Class.
What do you mean by not after? What do you mean by not after?
It didn't come after. Like it didn't release after.
The release date?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's after the first 3, I think. The first 3
When he's-
X-Men and
When he's sitting there and no, that's First Class. When he's sitting there and they come in
they
to
come up
recruit
to
him,
him, yeah, and he's like, screw off.
yeah, he doesn't say screw off.
Yeah, after the first 3, I think it's then Wolverine Origins, and then First Class, and I think something in between that one and the Wolverine.
I really don't remember all of them.
Unfortunately, I do. Because I thought the Days of Future Past one and Apocalypse, those were not good. I didn't even bother watching Dark Phoenix. It was,
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there could be so like the X-Men by themselves, because they're all individual, like this group of, I mean, they're essentially like the Avengers.
yeah.
They have so many different characters that could come in. Why are they not?
They're like sticking
Done
with the same
better.
ones. They're sticking with the same characters.
But they
over and
have the
over
other
again.
ones come in and out, so
Right.
it's like they could be like, they could have their own universe. Is I guess what I'm getting at. They could
Yeah.
have their own thing.
I mean, just
How
just
did
in
they mess that up?
Just in the X-Men encyclopedia that I have downstairs. Just in that, I'd say 80% of that book, the mutants, all those mutants aren't even remotely in films. When they could be. And they're like, they have like cool powers. Like, I just read one the other day that I think was going to be in a movie or was rumored to be in a movie or something like that. It may have been the New Mutants, I don't know. I've been trying to steer clear of it, but it's difficult when you've got ads that you can't skip on YouTube. And YouTube's now putting 2 or more ads in the middle of videos or before videos. And most of
Yeah,
them
you like
can't
that?
skip.
You can't skip them.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, I was
hate
watching.
that.
I was watching one of the YouTubers this week that I watch. I don't watch many, but she has these new ads that pop up and she in one 12, 13-minute video, she had 7 ads pop up that I could not skip.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
don't
like,
think
what
it's
the
up to
hell?
the.
Yeah,
No,
it's not up to the
the
person.
YouTuber. They're not doing it.
Because I'd
I'm
love
like-
to have ads.
Right.
I was like, dang, YouTube.
There's one right now.
I know. Come on, more ads, more ads,
Right.
more ads.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta, get your friends to come over because that's the only way we're gonna get ads.
Yeah, I don't know why YouTube started doing that.
But I like how they do the one
More money.
ad you can't skip, and then it's followed by another ad that you can skip.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
well,
that's
the ones
thing.
I've had, you couldn't skip.
There's a
Period.
couple ones because they're and the YouTube surveys. Have you seen those? Those are popping up way more frequent. I used to get those like
Maybe it's
once
because
a
we're in
month.
the U.S.
Maybe, I
Maybe.
don't know. But those were popping up, and it would be like, which music artist do you like out of this list? And then you pick it.
I don't know any of
And
them.
then it just leaves. It just
Yeah.
goes away.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is that what you picked. The
I
next
don't have
ad is the results of your survey, essentially.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Because it came up and said, which candy brand would you be willing to buy from? And it was like Kit Kat and Twix and Reese's. And I was like, Reese's. And then the next 4 ads were all Reese's ads.
Yeah, I get those all the time. Like, which car insurance do you use? None
Yeah.
of them. I don't have
Right.
a car.
Some of them are good though. Like I found a new artist and a new song that were pretty neat, and I just let them play because it didn't annoy me. Because some of them are like
Whole things.
yeah, like
like
the
in
whole
the
music
YouTube
videos.
I use the YouTube music video or music app on my computer because I like to have it just playing in the background while I'm working. And sometimes they'll throw in ads that are new music, new artists, new videos, and you don't even know it because you're not paying attention. You're not saying, you don't have it up on the thing, so you don't know. And the kids in my class, when I would do that, they would say, Mrs. Farr, who is this? I'm like, I don't know. And it was an advertisement.
That's
Yeah.
how I heard WAP.
I've seen other things where it's like a whole, like someone's YouTube episode.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's the whole episode.
Yes.
Like, you
Yep.
think it's going to just cut off and be like,
No,
if you
it's
want to
like
know
15
more,
minutes.
go over here. And you're
Yes.
like, what?
I sat there and watched one ad that was for someone's YouTube channel, and it was a whole video. It was a 30-minute video,
Yeah.
and I watched the whole thing because it was this guy.
And
it was,
I watched
it was
the
this,
whole
yeah,
thing.
it was really funny. It was this guy that went, and how all these churches and stuff are saying, oh yeah, take in refugees from these places and take them into your home and do all this stuff. But then when he went and pretended to be this guy that was doing the very same thing, he was going to calling different churches and saying, well, how many refugees can you take? And they're like, no, we don't do that.
No.
Even though they preach it and tell you that you should do it, and they're like, they don't do it. They don't actually
should
do it.
Do what I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was saying, well, I have several refugees, because he's playing this character, and he's like, I have several refugees in my home, and how many can you take? And they're saying, no, we don't. That's not a thing we do. Saying, oh, but you preach it. And he's like, yes, but we don't do that. That was a funny video, and I watched the whole thing, but never went to the channel.
But did you remember the thing that you were actually going to watch? Like the reason that you were even there?
Oh, I don't remember what the video was.
So, in other words, it
I don't
kind
know
of did
what
its job.
Yeah, a little bit, but I didn't go to the channel at all. I don't even remember the name of the video. I don't.
No, I'm
remember-
talking about the one that you would clicked on to
Yeah, I
watch.
don't know either. I don't remember either.
Ah, that's so funny.
Yeah, I think it was an older video that I had watched before, and I was just watching it again. I don't think it was something new, but yeah, I've never had this many ads on YouTube before.
No, it's crazy.
Now I understand
I
why
think-
people would get the YouTube Premium.
But I think that's It's a U.S. It's got to be a U.S. thing because
Gotta
we
be,
did
because
not get this
in
many
Mexico,
in Mexico.
in
We
Mexico,
did get
we
them,
did,
but it's not this many.
No.
No.
It's
It'd be like
horrible.
It would be like one before the video, one somewhere in there, and then maybe one at the very end.
Maybe.
Was the max that I
Right.
ever.
That's what I'm
experienced.
saying.
Yeah.
But now you're getting like 7 in a 15-minute video.
Like 3 at the beginning, 5 somewhere in the
So
middle.
forcing people to, like you said,
Get the YouTube Premium.
get the premium YouTube without his. I'm starting to hear that now. People are saying, "Oh, you should go for this streaming service because there are no ads."
Yeah.
Because it's like, wait a minute, I'm like on Prime. You're paying for Prime. You're getting the video. I shouldn't get ads at all. I should never
noticed
get
you
ads
don't
on that.
get ads.
On Hulu, you're paying for Hulu. You shouldn't get ads at all. So who's got a service that you're paying for and you're getting ads?
Hey,
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make you walk out and just stand.
grab the paper.
I got the paper.
Do
It's
it.
right here.
Do it.
Can't you see the paper?
Do it.
I think I should make you feel the cold. What did you go to your weather app? See what the temperature is.
I think you're gonna have to wait on your Roller Babes series
Come on.
for the Thick Thursday.
What?
Because I have other ideas that I
It's
want to do.
72 degrees.
72 degrees.
I have other ideas that I want to do that won't fit the theme and that won't be a theme unto themselves. So there'll be a couple randos
Just
in the,
put the list in. Just
the
make
Thick
it,
Thursday.
Just add it to the list, man. If you want to find the Traveling Fars, you can find us here in sunny Grand Raggedy.
Come on.
and
On the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, and wherever good podcasts are sold for free at the Traveling Fars. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, Traveling Fars. If you like the email to send to her, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, the travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
don't forget to check out our Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/the Traveling Fars.
We'll put stuff on
Now
there.
we really need your money.
No, it's not that. We need patrons. It's not just needing money. For the patrons, we need to have them help us create the content that they want to see. That's
Yes.
the purpose of the patrons. Okay?
Aaron
Now-
will link the merch stores below.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put all those links in now for all of the merch. Actually, it's really just design things because the merch itself is just stuff that you can get, all kinds of stuff. But the designs on the stuff, those are all us. So
Yes.
it's pretty cool. I'm
And-
like leaning in now because as you can see, the sun is now
At you.
cutting me in half, sort of.
And
The GoFundMe at the Traveling Fars.
What?
The GoFundMe.
Are you like not saying it? You got to say the whole
What
thing,
is it?
cold person.
GoFundMe.com.
You're supposed to-
Traveling Fars.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
GoFundMe is still live. We just changed the name of it so that it
And we
reflects
updated it.
what we're doing.
Yeah.
Did you send everybody an update?
I did. I sent everyone an update.
So we're still, and we were going to keep it going anyway. Once we got to Poland, it wasn't like it was going to go away. This is just going to be our vehicle for people to be able to help us with new hot lights and all the other good stuff. So there you go. Anything else for the people? Anything else for the people? Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people.
Peace. Okay, now you have to go, and I want you to literally just to stand right here with your really cool slippers. Oh God, she can't even get out of the chair. Come on, man. Walk over here.
not to scrape it across the floor or the ground.
Come on, come on. I want you to just stand right here. Do not go anywhere. You have to stand right there. Keep going. Keep going. See what I mean? It's like literally like your skin's gonna start to burn in a second.
I'm cold.
Don't. Careful. This is what I was talking about, people. She's over here complaining about cold.
And you're wearing all black in the shade.
What does that matter?
That's why you'd be cold. You're not absorbing any heat with the black. Yeah.
Black absorbs.
Black absorbs
No
heat.
light.
What are you
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
why you are cold, because you're not absorbing heat, because you're in the shade.
So it has nothing to do with black. It has to do with the fact that you're not in the sun. In
No,
the
but if she was
hot
in this,
light.
if she was in the sun and wearing white, then she'd reflect all of it.
Correct.
But the fact that she's wearing black in the shade,
But
means
it's
that
the
she's
shade, not the wearing black.
Sure,
Oh God.
but
No,
it's
it's not.
both of them
That's
put
it. I'm out of here.
together.
I can't take any of this anymore.